Yeah, so he said, I don't like that he uses so many exclamation points. And I replied, so on Reddit, with formatting, if you put 2 asterisks on either side of your sentence and then you underline it, it's just like, it's giant bold letters. I said, would you prefer I use all caps? In all caps, it was awesome. But really, it's just good. It's a good compromise, you know. You got people with like the most clickbaity things ever. If someone's biggest problem with my channel is that I use 2 exclamation points per title, it's like, bring it on, man. I'm doing something right, you know. What's up, everyone? I guess just a period. I don't know. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Oh, you know what? I don't think I changed the thumbnail. I don't think I changed... Oh, no, I did change the thumbnail. Look at me, subconsciously. Kicking ass. I like it. Oh, maybe. I don't remember. So, this week, I just want to start off while we're waiting for people to get in here. I have not been able... I have not had the mental thought process of going out of my way to try out the new exotics, but I've heard that with the Doomfang Pauldron changes, Sentinel now lasts over 40 seconds. I have seen multiple 7th columns with Stormcaller with the Crown of the Tempest and that type of thing. So supposedly these changes are really good. I just haven't done them myself. So people in chat, I want to hear your changes. JC, have you used them? I haven't heard you say anything about it, so I don't, yeah. Just, yeah, for real. Man, yeah, which we're going to. Did you get any displayed art? No, not yet. I'm looking at stuff. I'm seeing if they do custom stuff, because I would love to get, like, my logo on there. So I need to check out a little bit more. But, yeah. Okay, anyways. So this week at Bungie, we released a prestigious update to Destiny 2. Oh, god damn it, Cosmo. I can't read this anymore. That was clever. Anyways. It's been a busy week with update 1.2.3, the world's first races, and the last faction rally of Season 3. It has been a really, really crammed week. We also learned all about freaking Solstice of Heroes, which we can talk about, which we can go through and talk about that. That'll be at the very end, the rewards and stuff, because there is some freaking awesome stuff with that. Here, I'll actually just go ahead and open that up in a link as well. So with the world's first, Gig's team got it on Eater of Worlds, Bala got it on Spire of Stars. Pretty cool. Congrats to them. I think one thing they don't really highlight here is feedback from the community at all. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? And that's one thing I really want to take the time and do. So our team managed to do Eater of Worlds 3 times on Tuesday. We did it, you know, quite effortlessly, in my opinion. And we did we did Spire of Stars once. Probably would have attempted Spire of Stars again if it didn't take so long. But at least in my opinion, these are the most fun and interesting prestige activities we've had to date. I think the Armory perk, what was it called? What was it called, Jay-Z? The modifier? Oh, it was Arsenal. It was Arsenal. The Arsenal modifier is like, that just shows the insane creativity of the Raid team and the Bungie team, and I am so happy with that. It changed the experience so much. It was mental. I had so much fun with it. I mean, in all honesty, if I had to rate from my viewpoint, and we'll talk about it, you know, you guys obviously leave your opinions down there. If I had to rate the Prestige Raid Layers, easy 10 out of 10s for the both of them. My only complaint was that Eater of Worlds and Spire of Stars had the same loadout, you know, whatever. I think it would be a little bit cooler if you had to play it individually for each one, but that is like so nitpicky. Like, I'm thinking about how much of a little bitch I am just for saying that. So like, they were pretty damn perfect, in my opinion. Jay-Z, what do you think, man? How would you like them? No, the second time for Eater. Yeah. Yeah. It.
Spire though, really hard.
I just realized they couldn't hear you for the last.
Oh, frick!
I'll wrap up Jay-Z's statements. It was good. No, you can go ahead and just give a quick recap real quick because they literally didn't hear any of that.
so Spire Stars was a 10 out of 10. Eater of Worlds 9 out of 10, easy. The loadout changes was great. The limited ammo, or the ammo for you had to switch between, was awesome. It was just made it fun. It made it really interesting and challenging. So I mean, like I said, and he kind of reiterated, we didn't blow through not Spire, Eater of Worlds like we normally do. So that's it in a nutshell of the 5 minutes I was talking.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I agree with all of that. And I think that was one of the most interesting dynamics. Wasn't necessarily the locked loadout. If anything, I feel like being kind of constrained to your SMG was almost a little bit frustrating at times. Yes. Especially like during damage phase of Spire or something. But the modifier, having to think about like, oh, the gladiators, we call them meat men, they're about to fall from the sky. I need to just dump all my ammo and get my colony ready and just melt this guy. It adds such an interesting dynamic to the thing. Or like when we're waiting around for the Argo stagger phase, we're like, get rid of the colony right now, get to your kinetic, so we can try to stagger this guy before we all have to try to hit him with the grenade launcher. The Arsenal modifier is just perfect for Prestige. Because while there were no added mechanics, it made you approach the raid in such a different way. And it was just, it was awesome. I have to say, out of any of the Prestige raids, like, generally, typically in Destiny, Prestige raids add like a modifier. And in cases like with Prestige Leviathan, the first month or so, it isn't fun. It's extremely challenging, and for the most part, it just makes people pissed off. The modifier in the Leviathan, or the mechanic where on the Callus fight, where when you punch them, a person randomly teleports out and in and all that kind of stuff. Now we can go run through a Prestige Leviathan in 30 minutes and it's fun or whatever. But, initially, before people find the easy strategies and stuff, it's not fun. It doesn't feel like a puzzle that you're trying to solve. It feels like just a mechanic you're trying to overcome, but not in like a good way. Like, I'm trying to give that a negative connotation because it doesn't feel great, at least in my opinion.
I wouldn't say the Callus fight is fun, per se. I would say it's challenging, but it's still, there's some glitches that I wish weren't there. And
a good comparison for me is even like heroic Oryx, right? The light eater ogres that come out, or the knights, that were only there in heroic. Like, that's not challenging, that's not fun. When they got to the blights, it was literally just like everyone screaming at each other, let's wipe, start over. It's very frustrating. But some raids do it better than others. Sorry, Jay-Z, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Go ahead.
No, I was pretty much done with my thought. So I think, especially Eater, those modifiers. And what was up with Bungie saying that the loadouts were going to be super easy the first week?
It'll be super easy first week.
Here have the least amount of range on everything.
Okay, Bungie. Yeah. I don't even want to see next week, dude.
Yeah, for real. But besides that, Eater of Worlds was, I thought was really fun. It was kind of actually still casual. Like, we were still BSing with each other and having a good time. And Spire, my all-time favorite boss fight in Destiny history. But we got at each other's throats quite a few times.
It was just that final wipe mechanic. That's so it's such a great mechanic, but it is so punishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they changed it. I don't know if you noticed that when we beat it, we hit all 6 balls.
You have to hit them all.
Yeah. Not only do you have to hit them all, you still have to do kinetic damage on top of that. So it relies on your team keeping composure everyone getting their shit together, hitting every one of the balls. Whereas in normal mode, you only have to hit 5 out of 6 of them. You know, you can have one loose end or whatever. It's very interesting because the difficulty was increased a little bit. I believe it was 10 light levels for both of them, but it wasn't enough to make the enemies feel like the main threat. So if you go back to like the launch week of Warmind when Spire just launched, mechanics were difficult, but the main thing was staying alive. I wouldn't necessarily say that was the case with this one. People were definitely dying in Prestige, but it was mostly because of the modifiers, right? It wasn't because the enemies were doing so much damage. It was because we were having to shoot them with crappy SMGs or something.
Well, yeah, I just found myself like hitting primary, just like not even looking, emptying my SMG and then going straight to my grenade launcher, like as soon as I could.
Yeah. Shravan says Bungie made Destiny 2 made Destiny 2 a raid specific game, and that sucks. Well, I mean, they're putting emphasis on end game activities. They spend the most time on the raid, so it makes sense that they dedicate the most resources to it. I don't agree. I get that if you're a casual player, that might not be an appealing concept, but I think it's definitely necessary. You know, if you're a casual, if you're a casual player, I mean, your end game is like Escalation Protocol, right? And you can run that forever.
Well, not even that. If you're a casual player, you're done playing after, and we're almost 2 months into this DLC, so you're pretty much done by now.
You're pretty much done, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it is very important to keep your hardcore players going, and just the idea that we took hours of our time and we created perfect strategies for the Prestige, Spire of Stars, and Eater of Worlds. And now next week, the modifiers and guns rotate, so we'll have to do it all again. That is so exciting to me. Because we have endless potential here. I am so pumped. And every week we'll be streaming them. Don't forget, guys, I go on vacation from Saturday to Wednesday, so we'll be streaming raids on Wednesday instead of Tuesday like normal next week, if we can get it, if everyone on our team is available, that is. But anyways, yeah, just this simple change made it so we can it's not a one-time thing, it's a weekly thing, and we can have fun and challenge ourselves, and there are going to be some easy weeks and there's going to be some hard weeks, and I'm so excited by that. Versus something like, I remember when King's Fall challenges came out, or even, hell, Callous challenges, it's like, you do them once, and they spent all that time developing the triggers for that challenge and doing that challenge, but then most people do them once for the rewards, and then you have no reason to redo them. They're not fun, they're pretty much annoying, whereas the Prestige versions of these two raid layers, it's going to be different every week, and it's super rewarding because it is the only place in the game to get 400 weapons, which is cool, and that type of thing. So I think they did very well. I remembered my one legitimate complaint. The fact that you can't take 400 weapons and infuse them into legendary weapons.
I was actually just about to say that. I don't understand that oversight of why they would do that. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly. I absolutely 100%. It doesn't, like, you're already giving us access to the 400 weapons. Like, if their argument is we just don't want all of these, I can't even think of an argument behind that, to be completely honest. It works for exotics, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not happy with that, especially because most of the raid, like, you have the Ghost Primus, is a top tier-ish weapon. It's capable of doing that. The Inaugural Address is probably the greatest raid weapon. And then, like, the Sins of the Past. So the problem with that is, if we get a rocket launcher week, you are forced with making the decision of using an inferior rocket, the Sins of the Past, at a higher light level, or the better rocket at a lower light level, being the current call. And that doesn't make sense to me. This entire process, the decision, DMG's made it very apparent that was a deliberate choice, but there was no, like, kind of we didn't get a peek behind the curtain. We don't know why they did that. We know they did it on purpose, but we don't know why. And I find that frustrating, but it's, for me, a player like anyone on our team, in fact, I enjoy the challenge just as much. So I'm not as frustrated as someone maybe if you're a casual and you work your ass off to do prestige. You know, you go on LFG, you're searching for teams, you finally find one, you work at hours, and you get a 400 level reward, and you get like a mob justice or something. And then you realize that you can't infuse that into your favorite SMG, whether that be the motion to suppress or the anti-ope or whatever. I can see that being extremely frustrating because you essentially just did all that work and devoted all that time and didn't enjoy it to get a lackluster reward. Even though it's at 400, it's still a mediocre gun at best.
Well,
so
even on top of that, they've been stressing since the get-go, use your favorite gun, you know, infuse it into anything, and then right at this point, they're like, nope, sorry, you have to use all the raid weapons, 400 light. I just don't get it either.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got nothing on that one. I don't know, man. Goofy Dart says, but if you're a solo player, it's very difficult to find a group to raid with. It's not like that we don't want to do the raid, it's that we don't have anyone to do them, even programs like Fireteam. So, everyone's been there, right? I mean, there's 1% of people that go into Destiny having friends that play it. You know, everyone has to find those friends. There's a reason barely anyone plays with real life friends. I mean, it's definitely in the minority, right? And it's not a bad thing. If you play with your real life friends, that's great. Keep that. But it's everyone has to go through that initial finding a clan type of thing. Resources, the 100.io, perfect. You'll find Sherpas. You'll find a group of people. LFG, I know LFG can be a lot more harsh though. The 100.io. Here, I'll put that in chat actually. It's actually just what it sounds like. Just type that into Google, you'll be taken there. It's much more casual player based, much more Sherpa based and that type of thing. So yeah, I don't like. I get the struggle. We've all been there. You have to put in the work to find a clan, a fire team, and make those relationships and really grow as players together. Like, no one on our raid team started off as good as we are, right? We found people that all had interests in raids. We did raids over and over again, you know, every Tuesday or whatever works for you guys. And gradually we just became as badass as we are, right? But we weren't born this way. I didn't buy a copy of Destiny with Jay-Z's phone number attached to it or that type of thing. You gotta put in the work, you know? that would be a really cool marketing technique if no,
it would, because my phone would blow up. No.
But yeah, Goofy, try out 100, try out LFG. That
we used 100 in the past when we were trying to find extra people, and we found what, 2 or 3 probably that are still in the clan.
I mean, hell, two fundamentals of our raid team. I say this all the time: Killer, Little Killer Bits, and Runs with Turtles. They are both from LFG. I found them after Curse of Osiris launched. I found them doing freaking raids, and it's like I mean, there have been points in Destiny 2 where I have used LFG. Okay, everyone has to find players at some point in time. Hell, my first Solstice or Spire of Stars completion was LFG before we could even do it as a clan. That type of thing. It's like no one's impervious to that. You just got to work at it. You put in the time, it'll pay off eventually. And you really have to find like-minded people and that type of thing. And I wish I could help everyone with that, but the reality is I can only play with so many people, and I don't want to single out some and not others and that type of thing. So I will do my best to give you guys resources to find your own teams, but you know, past that, I can't do it for you. You have to reach out and really make those relationships yourself. But it's worth it, I promise. That type of thing. Skarrow, can I 1v1 you? I don't want to embarrass you on stream, bud. Anyways, so back to the world's first stuff. Or, excuse me, the Prestige Raid Layer stuff. Pretty damn perfect. Best Prestige versions of anything, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Especially since it's going to be different every
Different. Yeah. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And the catalysts, I like how rare they are. Like, they're not... So, I think the best comparison is going to be Telesto. It's perfect. We did 3 runs. 4 out of 6 of us got it. That's pretty good. So it's incentive to come back next week, but it also doesn't mean we have to run the same thing 10 times to get that catalyst. And then in addition to that, these catalysts are very difficult to level up. So my Telesto review, I kind of bashed on it because it was really easy because all you had to do is go to Brother Vance. Little did I know you actually have to do all of the forged weapons, but I had already done that, so it didn't give me an in-game notification. So that's actually one of the hardest catalysts to complete. For the Sleeper Simulant, you have to get 500 kills with each Escalation Protocol weapon, and then there's another step after that, JC, which I didn't know yesterday. Oh,
fantastic!
Yeah, that no one knows how to complete yet. It's kind of like find X device that's related to Rasputin, but no one knows how to do it. And then I don't know what the Acreus challenge is, but these are some of the best catalysts in the game, but they're also some of the hardest to get and complete, which I love. I mean, all around, most rewarding prestige experiences, maybe not. Because a lot of raids kind of have their own unique armor set for heroic or prestige. Looking at things like the Leviathan even. I think the thing that really comes to mind is like Wrath of the Machine had very specific weapons that were prestige versions. That's yes. Like King's Fall had like skins, but I don't believe there are any weapons that couldn't drop on normal. They just weren't the harrowed versions. But yeah, definitely some of the most rewarding, prestige activities, and some of the best crafted. Very meticulous, very methodical, and everything has a purpose, and it's beautiful. I also very much appreciate how the catalysts can come from every chest. You know, the random chest that you can get in either the Callous Fall puzzle, that's generally kind of like a throwaway chest, but now you can get the catalyst from it. So there's a reason to do it. So that's really cool. I appreciate that a lot, man. I love that.
I think Josh got it from that one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what people are saying. I don't see anything related to this, but I will be answering these questions in a bit. So now they talk about the final faction rally. I'll go ahead and answer these questions first then. Is Destiny 2 without DLC worth it? I'm going to say no. JC, what's your take on that? Yeah,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
It matters like how cheap it is and how much time like you want to put into the game. If you really want to play a lot, no, because you get through the storyline, you get to level 30, you get to max light, and there's nothing else really to do. So
yeah, he pretty much covered it. Yeah. It's like the grind of Destiny is the end game, and you need all the DLCs to get that. And especially like with Forsaken, you're required to have all the DLCs anyways, but you can get all 3 of them for like $30 now, so it's not crazy. When do you think the Black Spindle will be found? Who the hell knows? If it's coming ever, it'll be in Solstice. If it's not found there, I think it's just a placeholder to screw with us in the database.
They've done it before.
Oh yeah, well yeah. They did it with the Wardcliff coil. It's just one of those things, you know. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Shraven. It's actually pretty easy to find people, but once you get to the boss, everyone starts leaving because it's too difficult for LFG teams. Once again, like if you find a team that you're actually able to complete it with, that's how you know you've got a good group of people that you should keep in touch with.
What we used to do back in the day, before you finish that thought, if people dropped out, you just go right back to LFG and find replacements for those 1 or 2 or 3 people that drop, and you keep rotating people in until you find a cohesive team, and then you just friend them and you go from there.
Yep, and you try to get on at the same time every week. You shouldn't just meet people on LFG and immediately disband. It doesn't make much sense, unless like you're a Sherpa or something. That type of thing. Alessandro says, oof, welp, I'm dedicated, but I don't have a clan. Once again, I'm on the Bungie thing. There's a clan thing. You can just look for clans. Guided Games helps you do it. Find people on LFG to invite you to their clan. It's super easy. Like it's not without work that you have to put in, but it's definitely worth it. You know, it's kind of like anything in life, but that type of thing. Or hell, in my comment section, there are over 20,000 people that have subscribed to this channel. So that means hundreds of thousands have come through here and see everything. So say that you're looking for a clan. You know, put some of your stats, how many raid completions, how many times you've been flawless, or what you are personally interested in as a player. Maybe don't spam it in every video, thank you. But you know, every once in a while on the big videos or whatever, put it there. People will see it. Maybe you'll get an invite. Make sure you put your platform too. It's one of those things. I'm here to help you guys as long as you don't become a nuisance, right? Like every time I'm live streaming, you shouldn't just be like control paste over and over again. Like I need to clan, blah blah blah. But you know, I'm a platform. Use it a little bit, not a bunch, because I'll ban you, but a little bit. That's
you
fine.
also be honest. Like you're willing to learn. You're you know, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Especially if you haven't done them or completed them.
That's
like,
the one thing.
Hey,
like, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here to get better. I'm here to find a group of people that are you know, want to get better, you know, together as a group. You know, just be honest with people. Like if you lie to them, then it's just gonna make it that much worse.
Yeah, we've had people lie about stats and stuff in the past, and it's like it's immediate. Like we're not playing with you. Like if you can't be straight up initially, how can we? You know, it's just whatever. It's gross. So don't do that. All right, so back to this week at Bungie, the final faction rally. I have now completed it because, like I said, I'm going out of town on Saturday, so I needed to make sure I grinded it out. I do want to do a separate video on my thoughts on faction rallies in depth, you know, break down what they could do better, what they did right. But overall, very happy with it. I think New Monarchy will definitely win. Actually, here, we can check in our Discord server real quick. Let me go to bot inquiries here. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it here. If we just go all the way down, faction rally. So, yep, New Monarchy is, if you take Future War Cult and the Atom to Dead orbit, they are still losing. Oh, no, they're just barely winning. So New Monarchy is easily going to win this one. We all knew that was going to happen. So yeah, I think that'll be my main complaint of faction rallies. We talked about this last week. It's a little bit too easy to predict now. You know, there's no weight to which faction you go to, but it's definitely the most rewarding factions I've ever felt in the history of Destiny. So I'm happy with that. Any quick things to add to that, Jay-Z, or did you get it all out last week? Or
no, nothing to add to that. I'm surprised the Monarchy's winning.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The one faction that hasn't won yet is winning?
News flash.
Yeah. Penguin says, "What's the best DLC I could get without the Forsaken? Warmind. Warmind is the best DLC in my opinion in Destiny history. Forsaken's gonna kick that ass, but Warmind for sure." So just as a reminder, what we can look forward to, it is now July 19th, so we are in this week right here. So there are 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks until Solstice of Heroes. So next week we of course have the Winter's Week. That's when you can grind out like your faction ornaments for your armor and that type of stuff. And then we got the big old Solstice of Heroes, which we can go ahead and talk about. So Solstice of Heroes.
Before you start that,
go ahead.
Let me just add that Bungie doesn't like people to get vitamin D and go outside.
Yes, it's very important. If you spend more than 1 hour outside a day, you are Destiny enemy number 1. Very, very important. Cool. Just trying to see if there's anything. I think we're done with this week at Bungie. Cosmo says, "I've been out for a bit lately, blah, blah, blah." Okay, whatever. Okay, Solstice of Heroes. This is good stuff right here. Good stuff. So, for some reason, the vendor for this event is a giant marble slab that has half of our bodies carved into it. I don't know why they didn't just bring Callus to the tower. I think that would have been kind of... Because no one's going to try to kick him out. He's all powerful.
Wouldn't you like to hear the thought process behind them making that?
Okay, we need a special vendor. And someone's like, a rock. I'm like, fucking perfect.
No, not just a rock. A marble slab. With statues carved in it. Oh, that's great.
It's great. Forcer says, "Scarrow, there's a new Merciless ornament." What are you talking about, man? I haven't seen that. Link it or something. Anyways, so yeah, marble slab, pretty cool. Now, the idea behind the armor is awesome. So it starts off, it's the base armor of Destiny 2. Some of, the best armor in the game already. It looks really good. It's all destroyed and stuff because, we of course got killed. You complete a series of objectives, you upgrade it, and it looks a lot nicer. It's all cleaned up. It's got like a clean white finish on it. You complete another set of objectives, which we can take a look at here in a second because they were data mined and they're not. They're pretty difficult. They look like they're going to be a grind. Then you get I think these are called Resplendent. And then after a third set of objectives, you get the fully masterworked versions, which I believe are these sets, the full white and gold, beautiful ones. And then through Eververse, you earn a plethora of rewards, including armor glows, which are these kind of chroma things that you see here, the purple and the orange and the blue. And if you match your subclass to which armor glow you put on your character, it glows even brighter. So here's what the base purple looks like. But if you go down here, if you have a void subclass, it's like very, very purple. Just such an awesome concept. We can also take a look at some of the stuff that you get from Everest. A soccer ball ghost, meh. It looks all right. It's unique. It's weird. A regular ghost, I don't like that one at all. The sun ghost is super cool. 3 new ornaments, all pretty nice. Jay-Z, have you seen this dance?
No.
Okay, just wait for
screen.
Yeah, wait for the stream to update. So we get 2 new exotic emotes. One is a fishing emote. I don't know why. It's so random. And then
wow.
The most glorious dance ever. I don't know why. I don't know. Whatever. So some really awesome freaking stuff here. Yeah. So what does everyone think about this? What's everyone think about the rewards? And then in addition to that, a lot of the kind of concept of Solstice is centered around replaying 5 of the missions, but they're altered. They have additional bosses and that type of stuff. So Homecoming, the first mission, that's a great mission. Spark, the one where you first go into the Dark Forest. Payback, which is the one where you're on Earth with the Zavala and you have to destroy generators. 1 AU, you're up on the Almighty, and Chosen, the one where you finally defeat Gaul. So I think that's really cool. We'll have to replay him and stuff. And if I actually go to the Destiny subreddit right now, we can... Let's see, it should still be up here, but maybe not. Trying to find it. I know for a fact it was one of the top ones yesterday, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I might have to just Google it. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go ahead and Google this, but we're going to take a look at the requirements to upgrade your stuff. So Destiny 2 Solstice of Heroes armor upgrade requirements. That's a lengthy title. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, here we go. Oh, rip. Oh, that sucks. It's not the actual one. Here we go. Found the actual post. So we're not going to go through these one by one, because obviously there are 15 objectives per class. So that's a lot of objectives, but just to get an idea. So for the Hunter, complete the Spark mission, collect solar orbs on Earth and defeat Guardians in the Crucible, and that's just for the headpiece. So in all of these, there are mentions of these elemental orbs on different places. Don't know what that's about, but like here you have to collect 90 solar orbs on Earth. No idea what that means. And then there's Arc and Void ones in different areas of the game, it looks like, as well. But essentially for all of these, you have to complete the missions that are associated with the event. That makes sense. And then there's some like complete a meditation for Ikora, complete 10 heroic events, defeat 50 mini-bosses, get 30 super kills in Crucible. Let's see. Complete a Nightfall, complete heroic strikes, win non-private matches. Non-private Crucible matches, actually pretty funny. Complete 10 adventures, complete challenges, and then there's actually... Okay, so for the Resplendent sets, this is very interesting. Complete the Prestige Nightfall at or above the bonus threshold. It's going to be quite challenging for some people. Complete 5 heroic strikes with at least 1 clanmate. Easy. Complete the Leviathan Raid on Prestige difficulty. Achieve legend rank in Valor Crucible, that's just quick play, it's not hard, and defeat 10 actual bosses. So, what do you think, Jay-Z? Too hard of a grind? Not hard enough? What are you thinking?
I don't think it'll be too bad for like us, but
yeah. But let's say the average Destiny 2 player, do you think asking them to complete a Prestige Leviathan is too much? Or, well, keep in mind, right, it's only for the final version of the armor set. It's not for all of them. It's
okay, well, yeah. I mean, still, like, how many people are actually going to be playing that they can find if they're not in a clan or have a group of friends that are playing it. So I don't know. Like I guess they might be playing it more because of that armor set.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I don't know. I think I like this level of grind. I like there being a separation between us and them. But oh, that sounded really elitist. I'm so sorry. Can I just erase the last 10 seconds of my life? I didn't mean it like that. I like there being a separation of loot between people who put the time in and do harder activities and those who don't. I get the thing about the struggle about finding a fire team and all that stuff. I really don't want to sound elitist at any point, but I definitely think that the amount of time that you put in and the difficulty of your activities should definitely correlate to rewards. Now, is making the main appeal of a live event being the armor set being upgraded, is centering that around some of the hardest endgame activities too much? It's a good question. I mean, it is only the Prestige Leviathan base, which in my opinion is significantly easier than Solstice or of Spire of Stars. Maybe not Eater, depends on the week. I don't know. What do you guys think? Too much? Or, I don't know. While they're doing that, yes, Junior did put in a thing here, a link. We are getting a new Merciless ornament with Solstice of Heroes, which is really weird because they didn't show us that. So I don't know why they wouldn't show us that if they're showing off the other ones, but interesting. You elitist scum, I can't get a raid group. I said I was sorry, but it's weird. It's actually kind of weird. Not gonna lie, it's almost impossible to find a LFG group who will accept you for Prestige if you've never done it. Yes, I 100% understand that. I have been in that exact position. I get it. I don't know. It's an interesting thing, right? I don't know. I guess we'll see what
there are plenty of people out there that are willing to help, though. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And we've done it multiple times with our groups. Like, not people outside, but people inside the clan that haven't beat it or needed help through it. Like,
hell, I mean, that's even a thing. Like, depending on how much time we have, maybe we can even help a couple people through. I don't want to make any promises. That is very, very tentative. Let that be known. This is a non-binding order of law. Just an idea.
I don't like where this is going.
It wasn't as bad as when Josh said, "Why don't we just get someone from the stream?" Josh, what are you doing?
No, that was Psycho.
That was Psycho? Okay, yeah. Sorry, Josh. It was Psycho. Yeah. Shravin says, Heroic Strikes have the crappiest rewards and they're quite difficult, maybe even tougher than the normal Leviathan. I don't know about that, but I kind of agree that the rewards need to be buffed. They are part of this armor set as well, so we'll see. I don't know. It's interesting. I know I'm just kind of sitting here because I'm thinking to myself, like, is that too much for Bungie to ask? From my perspective, no. But I'm trying to get inside all of your guys' heads. You know, it's obviously part of my platform to represent your guys' best interests. And I don't know. I honestly...
Whoa, hold on. Is this personal growth here? Like, empathy? Is like, I didn't know you were...
Dude, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Oh, man.
I'm gonna mark this down.
Can you put shaders on resplendent armor? Almost certainly. Almost certainly. It's odd. It's odd. I know the majority of people now are not going to be able to get this armor set, and I'm sorry, that excites me a lot because I love having stuff that people can't obtain. Like the legend ornament on the Radrixes, I'll be like one of 500 players with that, and that excites me. And that's not one of these things that's like, here's $1, but you can't have it kind of thing. It's like a... I put in the work and I put in the time to get that, and that's what it's like a personal thing. I don't know, guys. Maybe, who knows?
I agree. I think every game that has a deep end game should have items that are only attainable by a certain group of people.
Right.
And because what they tried to do in the beginning, and we've beat this forced to death. But what they tried to do in the beginning of the game was make everything accessible to everybody, and that was obviously a mistake. So you need to have a little balance of both, in my opinion.
Right, exactly. I 100% agree. And it's just like, I just feel really crappy sometimes for saying that. But yeah, I mean, I can't help it, you know? That's just my opinion. And yeah. And let's all agree that every video game should have a vendor made out of rock. Because if you're not, what the hell are you doing? I don't know.
I disagree with that one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You need to play constantly on strikes to get the catalyst. You can't just do some every week. Well, I mean, yeah, you can. I mean,
they're supposedly easy dropping at a much higher rate, or they will.
No. You know what's really funny? The wording of this okay, let me go to the patch notes, right? This is hilarious, the way they worded this. It's awesome. Great. One sec. So it's really good, dude. Here we go. Exotic catalysts from heroic strikes, not even nightfalls, now have a slightly higher drop chance.
So 0.275 to 0.3.
And only from heroic strikes. They're like, nah, nightfall. So my 116 runs to get my 2 catalysts, that's Bungie saying, yeah, that's right where we want it. Okay? Which I'm not disagreeing with that. But I think it was funny how everyone went from, they're increasing the drop rates, to Bungie going, we're actually slightly increasing the drop rates on one specific type of activity. I found that very funny. Yeah. I found that pretty entertaining. But yeah, that's pretty much all the new news. In recap, freaking love the prestige raids. Get a team if you guys are able to. Look for it. Try to do it. It's fun, and it will help you develop. Doing weird things like this helps you become a better player. It's not only about fun. It helps you adapt to weird situations. And most importantly, I think my most important skill that I try to develop in myself and try to encourage others, especially when it comes to raiding, it helps you, your reaction time. It helps you think on your feet. And that is very important. So if you can get that down, if you can learn how to cope with these weird modifiers and loadouts and stuff, it will help you prepare for the future and be a lot better player. And they're hella rewarding and hella fun.
Well, how about the fact that if you don't have a group, that you'll be meeting new people and possibly making new friends?
That one, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. I think that one's more positive than reaction.
Leave Jay-Z to have the hippie answer.
Well,
I mean,
what? You know, I'm gonna bring the positivity into this. So.
Man, Forster says I'm 112 heroic, no catalyst. That doesn't surprise me though. I mean, it really doesn't. That's crazy, but it doesn't. Cool. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Good discussion, guys. I love it when you guys bring the discussion out, which has been for like the past 6 months now, which is fucking awesome. Appreciate your faces. If you want to keep up to date with everything, because like I said, I am going on vacation next week, at Skarrow9 on Twitter. I'll try to have videos made for you guys, and I've been doing my best to be a little bit more active there, being a little bit, less about YouTube life, more about my life and my opinions and that type of thing. I think that's a good thing. It's been getting some good responses, so I'm happy with that. Yeah. All right, Jay-Z.
All right, Jay-Z Basketball 25 on the Twitters.
Boom, boom. Alrighty, so another question. Sorry, I love when we start winding down that I keep talking. Vegeta 1346. Do you guys have any tips on completing Prestige Spire Stars? Yeah. Pretty much ditch all Warlocks.
Arc Strider.
Yeah, Arc Strider. I think you could probably do it with 1 tether and 5 hammers as well. We did it with 1 hammer for melting point. You definitely want to make sure you're stacking your buffs. And 5 Arc Striders with Radiant Flux. Just jump, slam, jump, slam. As much as Warlocks are very important in normal raids now, at least, without Tractor Cannon, they're much less so important and much less so. Those are words. But so if you, I would say if your team is composed of anything other than a majority hammers or majority arc striders, you're probably not going to have a great time. You can do it. It's obviously possible, but it's not going to be great. So I would definitely pick those 2 supers. They have really high armor values. It's hard to die, and they have really high damage outputs, which is obviously very important on something like that. Yeah, but take your time. Don't get frustrated. It took our team, who's done Solstice, or fuck me, Spire like 20 times. It took us
15
like
times.
15. Yeah. It took us like 2 hours to do it. Don't get frustrated. Stick with it. Enjoy it. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Once again, thank you guys. The discussion is, of course, my favorite thing. I love that. And yeah, what should I do since I'm a kid to get a raid group? Find a raid group that's fine with kids. You know, we've had kids in our raid group.
Well, I mean, if you post in the 500, you can say there's people that are kid friendly. You know, like they're okay with younger people joining their teams. Like you just have to look for it and you keep your eye open.
I think the most important thing, if you are a younger kid with a higher voice, is if you do manage to find a team, don't play into stereotypes. No screaming at your mom. No, I have the ray gun, revive me. None of this garbage, okay? I get it. So most stereotypes have like a physical backing. Some kids do that. A lot of kids do that. Don't play into it. Be cool. Be mature. Most importantly, unless you're Jay-Z, then it works for you. If you're not, mature.
I mean, I act like I'm fine. It's all good.
And it's just like, just be present. Make sure you have time to do it, and don't scream and act older, and that'll help. You know, that's not saying I personally have anything, because we've had very young people on our consistent raid team before. It's all about how you act, you know.
But they went both ways. We've had them act like super mature at times, and we've had them act like they were older than what they were. So act like you're older than what you are.
What the hell is the 500? Jay-Z might have said the 500. He means the 100. I don't think I said it. Whoever said it.
Did I say the 500?
I don't know. It's the 100. Whatever.
It's the 100. 100.io. Yeah.
Aiden, please Skarrow notice me. I like the constructive post, my friend. That doesn't help Aiden. Harry says, Prestige Spire this week gave me the challenge and rating I've been looking for a while now. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It was a lot of fun. How do I get a raid group in the first place? I'm lost. LFG 100.io 100.io Xbox LFG built-in system. The Bungie site LFG system. There's like 18 ways. Pick one and look for one.
Skarrow's chat.
Skarrow's chat. That works too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have a much better time if you use LFG than guided games. Yeah, guided games is trash. You don't do guided games. Yeah, I'm just gonna be me. Well, that's the thing. You can be you, but I'm giving you advice. If you don't want your team to leave, if you want to increase your probability that people are all right with you being a younger kid, don't play into stereotypes. And that's just one friendly guardian to another. I know what annoys me about younger people. I also know what annoys me about older people. And I would say stray away from common tics. You know, don't say, "Mom, I want the meatloaf," or whatever. Don't do it. It's a trap, okay?
You say that like 3 times every raid.
I know, but it's a joke. Brother, it's a joke, brother.
Is it a joke? Okay. Yeah.
I don't live with my mother, Jay-Z.
Oh, I do.
You're sorry about that,
Your
man.
mother.
Can you give me tips? Can you give me tips for learning Spire Stars? Go watch videos. That's really it, man. Yeah, that's really it, guys. It's been good. Go learn how to raid. Oh yeah, if you've never done a raid before, for the love of God, regardless how you find your fire team, watch videos from different perspectives. Watch my videos. Go watch Dado's videos. Go watch. Who else does good raid guides? That's all I got. Go watch Slayer Ridge's world's first attempt, because he probably got it.
Just look up encounters and just like watch different videos so you get different perspectives on things.
Yeah, exactly. Because different people, for instance, in my videos, I pretty much always am doing kind of like the odd roll, like the Crotus swords, the throne room calluses. I like doing that. The floaters in Spire Stars. I like doing those rolls. However, if you go to someone like Dado, who is much less commonly in those roles, you'll get a different perspective on things. You'll know what it's like to stand on plates. You'll know what it's like to be in the void, that type of thing. It's very important. You get different explanations about the same thing. It'll help round out your view. And when people are actually trying to teach you those encounters, you'll sort of know what's going on. It's very important. It's good to have a base fundamental knowledge of something before going in. And that'll make the team take less time to teach you, and once again make it less likely that they'll leave. Very important.
Well, yeah, just with our own clan, if we have people that have never done it before, we say you have to watch these videos first because we don't want to sit here for half hour each encounter and explain it to you. That type of thing.
Exactly. We just had 7 people recommend Rick Cackus for raid guides. I do not endorse that message, but who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe it makes
Rick Cackus?
Yeah, Rick Cackus. Maybe he makes good raid guides.
Oh.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't seen him. I can't pass judgment, you know? I don't know. But yeah, guys, do what you can. Find raid teams, become better players, and make friends. That's my advice. And I think, bam, I have 4 Eater of Worlds clears. Beat that. You guys, oh, you really want me to beat that? I was about to sign off, but you know what? I got challenged. What do we got, boys? What do we got?
How many does he have?
He has 4 Eater of Worlds. I have 53, 76 Leviathan, and 17 Spire of Stars.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for coming out, discussing. You guys are awesome. Once again, I'm going on vacation from Saturday to Wednesday. Very important. Should be videos, but I might not be as active with the comments and stuff. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. Thank your faces. You guys are freaking awesome, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.